These couldn't be more different. And yet, in a world of contrasts, motorcycles and railroad infrastructure are both strangely compelling to me for very similar reasons, but they couldn't be more different. You've got two wheels on a bike versus however many wheels, all the wheels you can stack on. Keep adding cars, keep adding wheels, many as you can tow. Motorcycle, Valkyrie is about 800 pounds. This is altogether maybe 800 tons. Two machines of iron and oil. Two incredibly different things, and yet they both sing to me in the same way. It's hard to describe. Could it be the rails, like the open road, offer both the promise and the threat of continuous change, continuous movement? Could it be the crisscrossing lines across the country for travel impel you forward, beg you to come out and see the country in a way that you can't really inside of a car? Well, inside of one of these cars, but even that's a different experience because it's smooth and continuous. I'm here at the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad Museum in Baltimore, by the way. And I'm just in the parking lot. Railroads and motorcycles have a long storied history in this country and around the world. Wartime, peace, entertainment, exploration, industry, productivity. But there's something about these two together that have always spoke to me. Maybe it's the geometry. Maybe it's the roundness and curves of the wheels and the pipes and the swooping fronts of locomotives and radiator pods. Maybe it's the chrome and steel that, when new and loved, can glimmer with hope and optimism and opportunity, but when left in years of hard use, rust, rot, and decay, but are still stronger than you. Metals that will outlast you. Symbols that will outlast you. All of these things together. All of them together. I love this place. It's my birthday weekend. Taking time up to indulge myself in a little YouTube nerdery once again. There's something about it. There's the noise. There's all the fiddly levers and switches. All the fiddly levers and switches. There's the threat of imminent danger. Sometimes signs warning about it. There's a chance for art in some limited capacity. Maybe, just maybe, it's that unmistakable connection to power, to raw, mechanical, dangerously unstoppable power. Flat 6 of the 2014 Honda Valkyrie generates 118 horsepower. Not bad. 0 to 60 in, I think, like 3.4 or so. Plenty fast for me. Typical diesel locomotive generates 3,000 horsepower. 0 to 60 in some time, but ain't stopping too quick. But it's power you can feel. It's power that has a deep, rumbling resonance. It's power that represents so much for at least for American culture, but not just American culture. When I went to Japan, they have a tremendous love and appreciation for trains and motorcycles. They've decided as a country to make the investment in their transportation infrastructure to support rails of all different sizes and weights, from little streetcars to light rail, heavy rail, passenger freight. The Shinkansen, which I've been on the original, and that was fantastic. I've rode the modern Shinkansen between Tokyo and Kyoto. There's a maglev over there, which I didn't get to try, but someday. And someday I hope they bring it here. So they've made the investments in rail infrastructure. But they also have a tremendous motorcycle culture. I mean, they developed Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, Kawasaki motorcycles. But there's something about it. There's just something about it. One of the reasons I love coming up here is I can do really good studies of rust. Peeling paint, delaminating steel, cast iron coming apart. Really beautiful rust. And wood rot, and panel failure, electrical failure. You can see where hoses are rotting, where repairs have been made. You get to see where oil and petroleum products have peeled the paint, contaminated the surfaces. Get to see good welds. Get to see welds that are failing. So, for inspiration for the work I do, I love coming up here to study rust. Just take reference photography. I wander around with my camera wherever I go. And yes, trains are cool. I'll be the first to admit it. Trains are cool. They're just freaking cool. Motorcycles, just freaking cool. Big machines, make noise, vroom vroom, go fast, very heavy, metal. I mean, come on, what's not to like about them? But there's something compelling about them together. Their similarities, their contrasts, that I still can't help but love them. And I love coming here to the B&O Railroad Museum. I hear a dirt bike? Quad? Where are you? Two-stroke engine. Anyway, there's something downtown Baltimore for you. There's something I love about the B&O Railroad Museum, especially their parking lot outside that lets me wander with trains in their natural environment. And frankly, this is as close as I can get to trains without getting arrested. So, anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope you are safe and well fed wherever you are. I hope the coming summer isn't too hard on you. Get your air conditioning checked. Please change your air filter. And good luck out there. Support your local railroad workers.